I hope he's not in the chair. He was in the chair earlier. Does anyone mind if I take off my mask to speak? If you do, raise your hand and I won't. Okay. Okay, so thank you for being here. A Happy New Year to one and all. I'm joined by Senators Klobuchar, Merkley, and Padilla, and we hopefully Senator Warnock as well. So look, we all know on Thursday we're going to observe a dark, troubling milestone in this country's history, and that's the one-year anniversary of January the 6th. That day, thousands of rioters, egged on by a disgraced former president, waged a violent insurrection by attacking the U.S. Capitol. And January 6th was not a random event. It did not materialize out of the blue. It wasn't just a group of people being swept up by the moment. January 6th was an effort, a result. January 6th was the result of an effort by Donald Trump and his supporters to delegitimize our elections and perpetuate the big lie. Trump couldn't stand it that he lost. He couldn't deal with it. So he came up with the big lie, and unfortunately, he's had so many people across America join him in perpetrating that lie for their own, usually bad, malicious purposes. The election subversion efforts we're seeing all across the country today are a direct continuation of January 6th and the big lie. They come out of the same thing. They're all directly related to the same anti-democratic poison as the big lie. People invaded the Capitol because of the big lie. Republican legislatures are changing the rules and preventing poor people, people of color, people who live in cities, older people, disabled people, young people from voting. It's not aimed at everybody. It's aimed at particular groups. And we all know to achieve political advantage. Republican state legislatures are promoting the big lie to justify disenfranchising legitimate voters. And the violence that we saw on January 6th, we're seeing throughout the country by the same types of people. Local legislators, local election officials are being threatened. Some have police guard simply because they stand for making a legitimate count of the vote. And people want to threaten them away from doing that, just as Trump wants to threaten people away from believing the election results. So if we don't act now, my belief is the big lie will threaten the very future of our republic. And if you have any doubt where Donald Trump wants this country to go, look at who he endorsed yesterday, Orban, a dictator who is infringing on democracy in Hungary. That's where Trump is headed. And that's where this country will head if we don't take action and prevent what's happening throughout the legislatures. As I said in my dear colleague yesterday, if Republicans continue to hijack the rules of the chamber to prevent action on something as critical as protecting our democracy, then the Senate will debate and consider changes to the rules on or before January 17th, Martin Luther King Day. Democrats for months have tried to bring Republicans to the table. Joe Manchin, we delayed moving forward because he wanted time to convince Republicans. He had several months. Republicans wouldn't even debate the bill. When we asked them what their proposals were, they wouldn't put anything forward. And it's well known in our caucus and McConnell's caucus, in the Republican caucus, that McConnell said it's a bottom line. No one should cooperate on voting rights. So there's not going to be any kind of bipartisan action. We know that. Our caucus is now engaged in active discussion about how we can restore the Senate. Senator Manchin, and we're engaged in discussions. But If Senate Republicans continue to abuse the filibuster to prevent this body from acting, then the Senate must adapt, as it has before. Changing the rules, there's nothing new. Robert C. Byrd, who was always protecting the Senate, changed the rules more than 9 times. Jeff Merkley has done a great job documenting all of that. And Byrd said that changes in the rules must be changed to reflect changed circumstances. So we're going to move forward. We're going to have our vote on the 17th, and hopefully we can have, it's an uphill fight. I don't want to give anybody the illusion that we're there, but hopefully we can get 50 of us to come to an agreement. With that, let me call on Senator Klobuchar.